Welcome to the episode of Ground Floor where we can agree to disagree and still be family. You don't hear the theme music? I'm still working on that. I'm your host, Lee, co-host Jerome. We're gonna have it back where I play my thing and everything jumping, but stuff. Hey, hard for a pimp. We're gonna keep going though. Happy Mother's Day to all the lovely mothers. Praying for everybody who mother's not here. So this episode is about my bad. I'm talking too much. Jerome, you know I'm saying something. My bad. You could have stopped me.
Hey, man. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. For some, like Jeff said, this is a hard time because the mother is no longer here. We want you to know that all things will work out, in the midst of the storm that you're in. Let's get it, folks.
All right. Now, anybody that know me, if you call, I am going zero dark 30. I'm cutting the phone off.
Speaking of that, let me put mine on silence.
Turn phone off.
Silence.
Turn phone off. Yes, I want the power off. I don't need nobody calling in and knocking me out of here, and I got to leave the studio and come back. I'm okay. Everything's fine. I'm doing my show. But Mother's Day, that's the title of the show. Happy Mother's Day.
So what we got, man? What we touching on tonight?
There we go. See, this that bull. Stop playing with me. Got time for these games. Don't play no games. Got a few questions, but the first one that shout out to my sister asked me because she was talking with some people, and I found it kind of odd. Do you get your wife a Mother's Day gift?
I heard that's a mixed thing. You wouldn't think that'd be mixed.
I was shocked too, brother.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that'd be. You wouldn't think that'd be a mixed thing. But I've heard this topic on a radio station here recently, and the guy was a former football player. He's like, she's not my mother. She don't get a gift from me. And I'm like, wow.
What up, Kia?
What up, Kia? Yeah. Well, it's always
my
good.
Peoples, what's up?
It's always good to have the ladies in here to represent for a day like this in particular. We was just touching on is it I guess you could say frowned upon or okay for the husband to buy a wife a gift on Mother's Day. And so my take on it is, you said I do to her. Why wouldn't you want to make her special? You procreate. Kids. Hey, listen. My thing is 1 kid, 5 kids, 10 kids, Lakers in 5. No, I'm joking around. No.
It's always Lakers in 5.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm a Laker fan. I got that bum LeBron on my team. Don't do that.
Hey,
don't do that.
Hey, feel better, baby. Feel better.
Hey, no, but no. In all seriousness, I just feel like, why wouldn't you want to get her a gift? I'm not saying go out there and lose the car note and the mortgage on her gift.
No,
please don't do that. But what I am saying is, do something for her. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if you take her to whatever you consider nice that's in your budget restaurant. Mm-hmm. Just this yesterday, I had to meet one of my friends over at the Bahama Breeze, and I hadn't been to the Bahama Breeze in a minute, even though it's not too far from me. Good. And I was up in there, I was looking at the menu. I'm like, man, they got a couple of new items on here. And no, Jeff, before you get started telling these folks these stories, I did not do what you did. I didn't go in there.
Are you going there?
Yeah, it was doing work. Now I couldn't go in there looking like D'Artagnan doing what you did. I'm looking like, keep ordering these things. I'm like, hey, man, give me these keys now, man.
Man, we had a good time. What are you talking about?
All right, let Kia do her part, man.
Go ahead, kid.
Just what the thoughts on if husbands should get their wives something for Mother's Day?
Yes.
I don't
What's going
understand
on?
why we have to, it makes for great discussion, but shouldn't even be anything that should be discussed. Like, that's the mother of your children, regardless, even if you're a blended family and you guys have children, right? And you didn't have children together. So why not celebrate her and get her something? I don't care if it's necessarily a gift, but showing some form of appreciation. Regardless if you're like, okay, you get your own special spa day, or I treat you to a nice dinner, or maybe I cook dinner, or or I buy you a gift, or I'm creative and I create you some sort of gift. I just think that, yeah, you should celebrate. That's I would definitely do that for my husband. So I think that men should do that for their wives too. But I have heard some men say that ain't my mama.
Man, look here. We are not in the damn Stone Age. Any dude out here on this planet that can let it come out of his mouth, well, I just get it from my mama. And you married with kids, you an idiot. A big stupid idiot. Because every year come May, your wife mean mugging your butt. Do you like her to do nice things for you? Give you that slow head, man, Brother Ron talk about, do something strange in that room.
Hey, man.
You ain't gonna do none of that, bro. You treat her like a second class citizen. I'm only gonna best stuff for my mama. But I had your kid,
I was
bro.
shaking my head, and then those words kept flowing through. Like, whoa, wait a minute!
Like, what the hell? That shouldn't be a conversation. Hey, your wife, she had your kids. It's Mother's Day. Don't say the mother that birthed you day. So that could be your sister, your niece, your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Any women in your community that got kids, get a card. Your mom and wife do something extravagant, everybody else get them a card. Close the door, get them a card. Simple.
And that's even for those who are mother figures, right? Because there are a lot of women who play an intricate role in children's lives.
Absolutely.
They might not be their birth mother, but you know what I mean? They nurture and care for them and all of that. So it doesn't hurt to even just tell them, like, I appreciate you and happy Mother's Day, right? But yeah, do listen. You want all the specialties, as Jeff said. So you gotta let people feel appreciated. I'm about to be 47. Right? The more we feel appreciated, the more we do willingly without.
Because you get that thing, you're gonna feel real good about yourself. So I don't know why you ain't treating yourself. You hurting yourself. I'm taking my mom out to dinner. I bought her a gift. Then I'm doing this, and she just sitting there stewing like, Negro, what? Like, I ain't nobody? Okay.
And I'll even kind of go a step further, and you all can, chime in, of course, like y'all so willingly do. But with those who co-parent as well, I think it's just as important for that other person to get involved on those special days, Mother's Days, Father's Days, even if it's just you making sure that the children have either purchased a gift or if you're not gift giving, at least provided a card. I think it goes a long way when you just had a kid let them draw some arts and crafts day. You know what I mean? Like we used to when we was in elementary school. You know what I'm saying? Put your hand down there, do something, put some cotton balls, make a card, right? Just to say, Mom, we love you. Happy Mother's Day. And
when they get to Father's Day, any woman out here, I'm gonna do something for my daddy. Your daddy ain't paying DT and the light bill all the damn time or giving you that credit card. You want to go shopping? What the hell?
Yeah, everything
Respect
that we
the person
say
that you with. Quit playing.
Absolutely. Everything that we say here, at least amongst us, is always reciprocated. So that just kind of goes unstated. You don't have to worry about that's like one of the guys at church was like, man, they just don't do the same thing for us for Father's Day. And I said, you know what?
Nah, you can't find nothing in the store. You gotta go to the back.
Right. I said that may be true, but just know one thing,
Like,
that I
dang.
always celebrate you. You know what I mean? So, from a woman who celebrates the brothers, like y'all deserve to be celebrated, acknowledged, and wine and dined on y'all day too. So
Well, we appreciate that because, like Jeff said, it started yesterday. People was taking their mothers. It was I seen a couple. They came over. They was like, one of y'all mind taking a picture of us? It was the grandmother, the mother, the daughter, and then her daughter. So 4 generations right there
yeah.
taking a photo. And the little girl stole the show because she was taking pictures like.
Oh,
And I was like, I said, hey, y'all got y'all the model on y'all hand. Be ready.
right, right.
But no, it's a beautiful thing, to see it, to honor your mother. And like we said, we before you came on, Kid, we were saying we know that this is not a a happy day for those who lost their mom.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are grieving today.
Mm-hmm.
They grieving the same, if they lost her a couple of months ago as somebody that lost her 15, 20 years ago. Some people just, and it's a hole that'll never be filled,
Yeah.
I always tell everybody, if you it's a scripture in the Bible where the God himself, he came to him and said, how long are you going to mourn? You know what I'm saying? And that was deep to me to see, like, what I'm saying, like, it's a period that you can go grieving that the way you grieve, but then it's a point to where once you get to a point where, like, the life is still going on, you have other kids, you have things going on, people depending on you. You got to get the grief counselors and things like that to help you cope with life. I call it coping with life, having the right resources, because you gotta be able to bounce back.
You gotta keep moving forward. Unfortunately,
unfortunately, my mother-in-law, she passed away in 2017, and so when we went through that process with her having cancer, I was telling my wife, like, hey, I done seen a lot of death. This is how we gonna do it. We ain't gonna operate like the rest of these fools coming in there passing out. No, we ain't doing none of that. I was like, we're gonna do everything based off this Bible. So that I said, because while you going through this, I can't lose you in the midst of this storm. We gotta go. We gotta go in this storm with the umbrella, with the full, rain suit. Like you see people with the rain. We need to go with everything. I was like, we got to put on the full body armor, so when you come out of this, you won't be messed up. You know what I'm saying? And so, now it's not a day where she's just like moping and sad because of that, because of how we did it. So that's key.
That is good. It's good that for you to have the knowledge and the love to be able to support in that way. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so this is, you can't really tell people how to grieve, but it was good that you were able to guide and navigate through that.
Yeah,
right? Like this is a healthy
situation.
Yeah, because there is a healthy way to grieve. And I, this is, it's always a touchy subject when it comes to grief too, because people are always like, you can't tell people how to grieve, this and that. But when I think it's unhealthy when you get to a point where you go into a depression every single time on, it's Mother's Day, you depressed, it's their birthday, you depressed, it's the death day, you depressed. You know what I'm saying?
Holidays.
The holiday, right? So you got at minimum 3 times a year that you're gonna be depressed. And I'm not talking about like, oh, this thought came over me. I'm talking about you pulling the covers up. You don't want to talk to nobody. You crying like it just happened. It's like you reliving that experience all over again, and you can't function. I know some people that had told me when somebody passed, like, all October I'm just done. Like, so you a whole month out of the year, and it's been going on for 15 years, 20 years, like you just out of it. You don't want to talk to nobody, you don't want to do anything. It's like, when do you seek help? Right? And then, like you said, you're alive, living continues to take place. So you literally die and relive that experience all over again. every single time, and you put yourself in that state, because you know that's a mindset. Like you literally have put yourself in that state the whole time. So I feel for people, especially those who can't move forward. And I say, like you said, talk to the counselors, talk to the therapist. Like grief counseling is real. You know what I mean? Going to therapy is real. Having somebody that you can confide in and talk to help you navigate through that emotional state, do it, right? Don't just sit there and be like, oh, this just the way. Because do you really want to get past it, or is that you trying to just hold on to that person so much that you physically put yourself through all of that, either consciously or subconsciously, because you're not willing to let go? Like I know people who have a chair still to this day that can't nobody sit in, because that was the chair that their father sat in. Now can't nobody's, like, he been gone, I'm talking about 20 years plus, and you still have this designated spot that's just for him, like you never got rid. So I just think that, you know, so for this Mother's Day, I know one of my friends, he buried his mom last Monday. And so yeah, well, not this Monday just passed, but the previous. And so for that, knowing that Mother's Day is going to be the first Mother's Day, you know, without his mother. So for all those that have lost their mother, regardless if it's fresh or if it's been a season, right? I just feel in prayers up and much love to all those.
Yeah, because I mean, 90s, I didn't care for all those Juice movies because I was living through a lot of my brother friends were getting murdered for stupid stuff. I think I had been to 12 funerals before we graduated in 96. So it's like, man, who else? But you do got to go through the grieving process, unfortunately, because you got people depending on you, and you still got to live your life. They wouldn't want you to be stuck in that depressive state, not moving forward for what God created you to do or has for you. They want you to be happy.
Absolutely.
Because
I got
we believe in they up there in heaven, they good. They having a good time. They ain't worried about no bills, no nothing. They chilling. They waiting on you when it's your time to come through. They might like, hey man, send somebody talk to them because they, come on, I need them. This what they supposed to do? Oh, I need them to get their man right. Come on. I know they missed me, but you done told me they supposed to save 1,000 people 2030. That's awesome. But they can't do it right now because there's darkness around them. They just don't think they can go forward. Absolutely. And there is a way forward. It's hard, but there is the next page to turn to. Yeah. And you cherish the memories.
I got another group of people, if y'all don't mind.
Sure.
So what about the people? Because we always talk about Mother's Day, right? And how excited we are for Mother's Day, and to wish all the mothers happy Mother's Day. And then you have those that are grieving because, like we just said, they don't have their mother. But what about those who they just have a severed relationship with their mother? Their mother just wasn't that mama, right? Like they wasn't tucking them in that night and showing them love, or you know what I mean, regardless of if they were absent or if they were there and they were kind of tormenting them. Like, how do we shed love and give insight to those people? Because not every woman that's a mother is a good one.
Yeah.
Right. So what about those who might be struggling and can't stand Mother's Day because, you know, everybody's like, oh, you need to be celebrating your mama. And they like, I ain't got over the fact that I can't stand that woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They need prayer to forgive them and release those shackles. Because me and my mom didn't have the best relationship. Last year of high school, I was like my dad. A lot of that led to me trying to commit suicide and all that stuff. And a friend years later was on my head for me to finally really have those talk to where we did our stuff already for my mom to have that type of relationship now. And it's tough because, I mean, my friend had to put it to him like, okay, Jeff, I get your mindset is, man, look, it's a toss if I go to her funeral. bump her. Nah, you can't be like that, Jeff. Like, man, kick rocks. What you talking about? But what about women? You know, if I love this woman, I'm gonna treat her right. But she gonna look at you like I'm just doing some strange stuff, and that's your mama. You don't care about like two things can be separate but true. She sucked, but you cool. What's the problem? Nah, Jeff, that's not the way to think. Like, man, y'all got me twisted. And to me, that was working logic. Bump her. I'm good. But you ain't did that, so we cool. What's the problem? But a man does need a good relationship with his mom to understand the whole version of him being part of his mom and dad. So at some point, hopefully you can fix those relationships because you'll learn more stuff about yourself that you might be missing by not having that love and care for both parents. So if you had a terrible mom and was coming up down the pipe with terrible dad, I know it's tough, but pray for them and pray forgiveness for yourself to let it go. Because they may have been molester, just beat you every day like a slave, and they might not even care about you, sadly. But it's replaying in you. They live rent free. And you can't move forward what your purpose is God made you for. So it's more for you to let it go and forgive them. Even if they never apologize, it's more for you to take that shackle off because you stuck. Now, you don't need to lay hands. I get it because some people have really been wronged and you see these videos like, but that's a mom and daughter? Oh my God, wow. I ain't like my mom, but I never thought about doing that. Like, it ain't that deep. I'm keeping moving. But some people still feel that torment where, nah, it can't. Don't listen to the devil. Don't listen to them voices. Them demons telling you, man, you know what? You should just slap her. But she did you 8 years old. You still feel that sting hit her. No, don't listen to that. Walk in love. Let it go.
Hey, that was good, Jeff.
That's real good.
I'll piggyback off what he said because I had a similar situation. My relationship was faltered with my mom early on, and it affected me in a dating life because I realized as I got older, all the girls who I always say like the ones who really like you. Don't go for the ones you want. Go for the ones that really like you. And I go back to like when we was at Guess, 8th grade, all the way up through high school. And I look at the girls who really liked me, like I'm talking about like me. Those were the ones I ran from. And I ran from them because I didn't know what real love was like. I've already been hurt by my mother's love. So I couldn't accept their love, even though it wasn't no, I'm in love with you. It was like I didn't even give them a chance. Like, oh, I don't want no parts of that. No, she loved me too much. I don't need none of that. I don't want that. Let me go over here with something that I can call myself love. And I didn't want that type. And it affected me. And I think, sometimes men, if they don't, get that relationship spiritually, sometimes it's a void that they miss early on. And they don't seek counseling. They don't get that therapist. They don't get, do any of those things. And it can hinder, your blessings. It can hinder who you can become as a man, as a woman. So I always say for that mom in that situation that's faltered, the relationships are faltered. You don't really want them to be around your kids. Maybe they were on drugs, whatever the case may be. I always say love them on their level. If you can't trust them around your kids, I get it. Maybe you start out with a lunch every now and again, because one thing I can tell you is that when you come from dysfunction, you done seen it all. You done seen the crackheads. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you come to lunch with me, I might give you $20. I ain't buying crack for you, but I know what you're going to do with the money later on, But it's kind of one of those things, like you got to love that person on their level to start. And all you can do, the Bible says prayers avail it much. Keep praying, keep praying that you have that relationship, that void filled. Because guess what? They may not be able to get the relationship back with you. But if you ever give them the opportunity to build that relationship with your children, maybe your children can grow to love them in a way that you never seen in a different light. So I always say, like what Jeff said, the only way you really going to get to forgiveness is if you get that relationship and connection with God, because otherwise you always going to have a wall. But she did, but he did, but they did. You're going to have that real animosity. But those walls will get torn out. That's what I tell people all the time. That's what happened with me. The closer you get over here with God, the walls going to come down. And one thing the Lord hit me with, now I'm gonna get deep with y'all. He hit me with, I forgave her. So you know what I'm saying, why can't you? This is exactly what he hit me with. And I'm sitting up there in the room like, what the? Wait a minute. He said, wash away your sins. So we gonna hold people. That's why, they always say we don't have the agape love. We got conditional love. I love Jeff until that mug don't pick me up from work that one day. I'm about ready to bust him in the head. One day. Now, he been picking me up all the other days. This man gets sick. I ain't thinking about how he got sick. He already in the hospital. That man ain't pick me up. I might go in there and drag him out that bed. That's how folks thinking these days.
Real.
Crashing out. Not thinking Jeff done picked you up all the other 364 days. But that one day, you like, no, I'm a bust. So y'all got to have some grace out here. Y'all got to have, I call it a starting point. If it's just starting with a phone call once a month, start at a base level. And you might not be able to go a whole 10 minutes. Just start with, hey, I just wanted to see how you've been doing. And I just wanted to tell you, I've been thinking about you. You may not be able to say, I love you. Just say, I've been thinking about you. And you just start with that, and trust me, the more you get over here on the God side, the more you'll see your heart opening up, because you don't want to harden your heart, and everything, but life will harden your heart. So the only way to unharden it is to get over here on this side so you can see that love glimpse out, and then it'll show with that one person you didn't think you could be around. Now you find yourself around them. So,
and if you're not where Rome talking about, where you can do that, hopefully you can find an outlet in that storm to keep you comfort. When I was going through all that type of stuff, music was my salvation. If I ain't had music, I probably wouldn't be here right now. Because God working where you are. So for that 1 week and I ain't want to talk about this, but I'm being more obedient, not stubborn. I had a knife to my wrist, like, man, anybody gonna care? Go ahead and do it. Man, go ahead, play Me Against the World. I know you love Pac. Go listen to him. And it's weird. That's an album about death, and you trying to kill yourself. Go listen to an album about death for you not to try to kill yourself. Because God gonna work where you are. Then it just go play the album if I'm feeling that way, till that thought left me. So I hope you can find something of an outlet in that storm to where it'll hold you till you get to where Ron's talking about.
That's right. It's just me against the world, baby.
Yeah.
But yep. And then another thing that I'll say is, if you're at a space, because not everyone can have that reconciliation. So if you are at a space where it's just completely severed, or you don't have the means to be able to, talk to that individual, or maybe it's just not even safe for you to do so, still find a way for forgiveness. Because like Jeff said, like Jerome, like you said, it's for you. It ain't for the other person. It's for you. Right. So if I can say anything to those people, just find a way to find peace and forgiveness within yourself. You can become complete alone. You don't have to have that other person in order to become complete, or to forgive. It's a choice.
Yeah. And to the mothers who had miscarriages, we're praying for you, because I went through that in my marriage, 4 of them, and she's got it back to God over time. But that's a tough one to swallow. We're praying for y'all too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's man, y'all touching on some good stuff. That's
ground floor, man. We grown over here. We grown.
That's real, man, because it's
we're gonna learn something.
I've been down that road myself prior to getting married with a young lady here, and she ended up having a stillborn. So that's a situation that happens out there too. Everybody happy and cheerful when the baby is born, but they don't, we don't always talk about the ones, that had the miscarriages, that has the stillborns, and how detrimental that is, for the parents, not only the mother, because people assume only the mother is grieving. No, both the mother and the father. And I'm pretty sure her parents, your parents, whatever, is going through that process. And, it's a process. So some people maybe have bounced back and had, more kids after the fact, but they don't never forget the one or two that was lost along the way. That's just something that is a memory in their heart, and they go about it however they go about it, each year, but it's real. That's a good one.
Absolutely. Yeah. And for those who are in the category of they wanted to be a mother, but for some reason they can't, right? That's tough too, especially when you know that in your heart of hearts that you want to be a mom and it didn't happen, and then you have to hear happy Mother's Day the whole time, or people asking questions like, why haven't you had children yet, or why you ain't a mom yet, or all of those types of questions. Well, people mean well, but I don't think they really think, because they don't consider that maybe somebody does want to be a parent and they're just not able to, or either it just hasn't happened in the time frame that they felt, and maybe the window is closing. Women got a window, you know what I mean? Like y'all got forever. But anyway,
well, Abraham, Sarah.
you're right, absolutely. So the thing is though, sometimes people grieve that in a spirit as well. I know for a long time it was difficult for me, especially when the fact that I worked with kids a lot. And so for me, like you said, like I was saying before, sometimes you are a parent to those people, especially because of where I was at in the field when I was working with the children. They didn't always have the best parents. So some of them turned to me more than they might have turned to their own, parent. But then just knowing that that's something that being a mother is very important to me, and the fact that it hadn't happened. So Mother's Day used to be very difficult, right? Like I said, especially when people forget, or they say, oh, happy Mother's Day. Oh, my bad. You ain't a mama, right? You're not a mother, right? And so sometimes that, like I said, they mean well, but then that kind of cut. Like, why I can't have a happy Mother's Day just because I ain't a mom. You know what I mean? So with that, so for those who may be going through that, just hold strong, right? Just understand that Mother's Day is for you as well. I'm pretty sure that there are some people that you have loved on, and even if you haven't, then your day may come, right? And even if it don't, it still doesn't make you any less of a woman just because you're not a mother.
And then there's adoption if you really want it. That's a route. A lot of kids needing some love and attention and care. Stories of your mom. What's some good stories y'all can think of and remember?
That's so funny. I don't. You put us on the spot, Jeff. Like a story.
It could be one or two, whatever. Like for me, I'll start while y'all think.
Yeah.
I remember when I was young, and this might sound weird to people, combination of food, but I don't care. This is what I like. My mom would go to work, come get me from school, and she'd make me some rice and powdered eggs. And I mix it together, and we'll watch Sesame Street or something. Have some cool time.
Oh, on Mother's Day?
No, just mother stories in general, since it's Mother's Day.
Oh, okay. You talk about stories in general.
Yeah, stories in general.
Yeah. Okay.
Young, now, whenever.
Okay. Well, I just remember when I was young, you remember coming up in the D, Bob Lowe was big. I ain't know where. When I remember being a little kid, I didn't know where the heck we was going. I just remember we got on that boat. I didn't know if that was Detroit And I didn't find out that was like a part of Canada until years later. I'm like, oh,
I didn't even know that. Wow.
Yeah, I'm like,
I've never been on it.
It's like, it's a Gibraltar or whatever, but it's a part of Canada. I'm looking like, what? But I remember she would get all of the nieces and nephews, and then some of my aunts would come, basically chaperones, because too many kids. And man, I remember one year my cousin Rhonda, she was always easily distracted, man. We was kids. All you had to do is tell her, oh, look at that mascot. And then she gone. So everybody getting onto the boat. We're getting on the boat. And then you know how the teachers used to do like the count, like you doing a count, like 1, 2, 3. Where's she at? So my mom literally made, you know, the Pablo boat, they hit that horn, they pulling off. Do you know how the cruise ships do you? That's where I get left. My mom told her to threaten the people, like, hey, we ain't leaving here till I get my niece. She over there at the gate crying because she was, you know, say everybody was gone at that point. And then they like, anybody know who that is? Yes, that's she. Get your ass over here. I'm like, oh. So, you know, that was a long ride going to the Pablo that day. But I just remember that being like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? That's when I got a chance to see that village. Like, you got to, in that moment, you treating your sister's child as your own child. Like, hey, come on over there. So that was like everybody went from like being kind of scared, like, dang, where is she? To when we found her, it was just like, hey, y'all want some chips? No, not really. Like, everybody was just looking like, let's just get to this park so we can have fun. But it was a moment of scare, you know, and then for her to get back, I just was looking at that like, wow, like you got to ride or die. Because, you know, to threaten the people like, hey, y'all ain't leaving here until I find where she at. So it was like, wow, like, and we did that every year until probably about 88, 87.
Okay.
I think the last year for Pablo, if I'm not mistaken, was probably 91 or 90.
I think it's a fight or something.
Yeah, they started throwing people off the boat. It got too wild. Once we started getting to that, you know, the music started to change, started getting wild.
And shout out to the godmothers out there too. They hold it down.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
You got a story, kid?
Man, I just, you know, I don't have a story, but I just got a memory, right? Like my mom made the best lunches for when I went on field trips. So, you know, you take that trip, you get on the bus, everybody going to Kensington Park.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so
you had the best stuff in your bag.
Yeah, man.
Brown bag.
You listen.
You had a lunch pail back then.
Well, for a while I had a lunch box, you know, little metal lunch pail. I used to have that, right?
We coming up, yeah.
I had my sandwich.
Yeah, the metal boy knock you out.
But when I would go, we would have those. They call them the little huggy juices now. But remember when we used to get them? Them tall boys. We used to have that. So we would have. She would pack me like 3 of those.
Ooh.
And then I would have a sandwich and it wasn't no peanut butter and jelly neither. Now that I think about it, so I had some bologna or some salami or something like that.
Oh, you balling? Look at
yeah. And I would always have chips, and so she would pack it in this lunch pail, and I would think to myself like, dang, Mom, like I ain't gonna eat all of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like I got 3 juices, a couple bags of chips, this and that. And so I recalled that memory not too long ago, probably about a month ago or so. And I was talking to her about that. She said, I packed all of that because I never knew if you was gonna have somebody on that trip that didn't have no food. Right. And so that's just how she was then and how she is now. You know what I mean? Like always making sure that other people are taken care of, regardless of if she's present or not. Just making sure that people, especially with people eating, right? Like even now being over community outreach and making sure that we do like these will focus hope and all of that with the church. But when she said that, I was like, wow, just always being a mom to even the other children who weren't hers, you know, because I'm gonna have somebody that's like, you thirsty? Like, and she froze them. Because you know, when we went to Kensington back in the day, it was hot. So she froze them, and they would be like slushy and everything. By the time you got ready to
Shout
drink,
out to Mom.
boys was fire, right? And now stuff just don't taste the same. It ain't. I don't know what they did to all of this stuff. But the point was, just knowing that she was nurturing and caring and thinking about other people, and I just never understood why. And so I think that that's like another key thing about moms that we don't think about. Like, they always are imparting lessons. You may not understand them right then, but then over time you'll get them. Like, this is why you told me this, you know. And so yeah, she had just me, but she would always be the mother or the listening ear, even now, even for my cousins, like just being able for them to be able to come and just talk to her. And they're like, I love talking to you because you just always keep it real. Number one, she gonna keep it a buck, right? And then two, ear and where she don't judge. She just listen. So she got a lot of adopted children as well, right?
No, that's
when we came up back then, we would share. If you went on a field trip and you eventually find out, oh, so and so, you know, they going through stuff, they ain't really got nothing. They be like, hey, tell them we got them. When we going to McDonald's, we walk back. You good? Matter of fact, I got this. We all gonna ante up a little piece for our lunch. Don't worry about food. We got you. I hope they still do that now, but you did have it back then. Like, nah, man, we all eating. Nah, they ain't gonna be out there just sitting. Teacher didn't have to intervene. They're like, oh, y'all, we got them. You look at them every day. How we not gonna look out for them? That'd be kind
Listen, you got a sandwich, you got something to drink, you got some chips, somebody else has some cookies, and if whoever had candy, we all had that too, right? So yeah, everybody was taken care of.
You know, kids brought up a good point about, you know, her mom packing her lunch bag. Y'all remember back in the days, the Fagos, back when they was like 45 cents.
Yes.
When they used to have that
on the Lord.
Yeah. So
I remember when they was glass bottles. But
anyway,
the glass.
My tank bottle fell off the table. I'm looking at the thing like this. I'm talking about instant sadness. I'm talking about instant sadness. Like, what the? I'm talking about I was done. I wasn't going to eat the lunch no more. I was done. I was like, I'm just scared. You know? And I'm sitting there like this. I'm talking about dusting and disgusting. And I'll never forget my homegirl, Crystal, she came up. This was like 3rd, 4th grade. And she's like, Jerome, you dropped your drink? And I ain't even say nothing. You know, you so mad you don't even say that. You just look at it. What it look like. So she's like, look, I got this. I got an extra one. It was a Capri Sun. That's my first time ever having a Capri Sun. That was like crack to me at that moment. I was sitting there like, oh, yes. And there was the little, I think it was either Tropical Punch. So that was the best. She came through in the clutch, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
After that, we got tighter. After that, hey, you mess with her on the playground, you gonna have some problems. Because I was gonna put them hands on her. That's your girl? No, that ain't my girl. That's my friend, though.
Right.
Yeah, leave her alone. I feel you on that.
Hey, man. But no, you brought up a good point, Jeff. Shout out to the godmothers, the stepmothers, which I call the bonus moms.
Stepmothers.
And the grandmothers who end up raising the kids. Because, you know, my grandmother took me in and, you know, they like a mom to you. You know, that wisdom, that big mama wisdom, you know. So you got to get those shout outs out there as well.
Absolutely.
People tuning in. And I remember a story that my phone. No.
Hey,
I'm not dropping out the box.
You know what's funny? We had put ours on silent because we knew somebody would be calling.
Y'all need to do a little church thing. Excuse me.
Right. I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, but I remember our mom would save us from my dad because he had a sick personality. He's Gemini, and when it came to the 4th of July, he would get the firecrackers or the jumper jacks. Tell me and my sister, "Hey, y'all come here. What you want, Dad? Just stand by the gate." Don't he got the box of firecrackers on? He's sitting on the steps. I know he is not about to light it and throw it at us. We tell, oh my God, stand right there. We're like, what's wrong with you? And we like, Mom, get him. After wife like, leave him alone. Then my daddy give it down. Man, you set up to get in the house. How long you don't want me? Like, y'all on y'all own like that. We gotta be this dude dancing fool for the moment. So you throwing firecrackers and jumping jack. Like, damn. You ain't right, Dad. He just dying laughing.
But you said something that I love when you said the bonus moms, right? So listen, when I tell you, can't nobody light a candle to my bonus, like you, when you was talking about, oh, it's a problem on the yard, like you step to that lady, it's hell to pay the captain, right? And the beautiful thing that I love about both my mothers is that my mother didn't have an issue, is not intimidated, did not have any problem with my bonus mom, right? I can talk to my mother and be like, yeah, mama said such and such, or mama Ned said this and this and that, whatever. And she's like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Like, it's no tension, ain't no bad blood, ain't no breathing, ain't no none of that. They sit and kiki, and we all can go out to eat, and I just love that, right? And so what that instilled in me was a very keen security in being a woman. I don't understand. That's why a lot of times y'all see me, I'm like, I don't understand all that. You're like, no, it can't come over here. The baby daddy can't come up. I don't get that. I don't understand that. That's not how our family operates, right? We know you were before, you were after. It ain't no issue, right? Even when it comes to dads, you know what I mean? Like, we're a big blended family. That's how I gained sisters. I'm an only child by blood, you know what I mean? But I can't tell the difference when we are together. I don't have halves, I don't have steps. We just got love. And so I love that. But the one story that I remember from my bonus mom, when I remember two, actually, when I first met her, she said, I'm not trying to be your mom, but I would like to be your friend, right? And so that just eased all tension right then and there. Because I didn't know who she was gonna be, what she was gonna be like. Why? Because all we ever hear is horror stories, right? You got the step parent and they don't like the kid and da 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 and all that bull. And she just let it be known from the gate, like, that's not gonna be us, right? And so I think leadership is important, and so that was just great leadership in that moment, and extending a hand as well, and still demonstrating love. And then the second story that I have from her is when my mom's friend had passed, right? They weren't married, but they had been dating for a very long time. So in my mind, that's my stepdad, right? That's my bonus dad. And so he passed, and my bonus mom came to the funeral, right? Because I had called, I was thinking like maybe my dad was gonna be there, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. But when I got there, it was just me and my mom, and it was all of his family, right? And so in that moment, I knew that I needed somebody familiar there. But at the time, I didn't even have the words to even really communicate that. I just got on the phone and I'm like, hey Ma, I'm like, are you coming? And she was like, I'll be there. And just like that, she was one of the first people that I saw, right? And from that point, even though we had already bonded before that, but that solidified our bond so tight for me that's why I say, can't nobody say nothing, do nothing, breathe nothing. Don't you ever call her step in my face. Like, we nuck if you buck, like, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? And so, and it's the same way with my mom. And I just said that God blessed me with two women to be my mother, and I'm grateful for that. And not everybody can, because I know my grandmother used to be like, I only got one mom, even though she had a bonus mom too. I only had one mother. I said, well, God blessed me with two. And so she even had to take a back seat. You know what I'm saying? And so when it comes to family, sometimes you even gotta check them, you know, because sometimes it might be because you mean so-and-so's mama. No, I said what I said. I said my mother. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, so yeah, so shout out to the bonus moms.
And speaking of you saying that, I got 2 other moms I gotta give love to. Mom number 2, my boy Tone mom, Carol Blaylock. She got in my butt a lot of time, make sure I was doing the right stuff. A lot of knowledge. Appreciate her. And my homeboy, Yanel mom, Dr. Lisa Fuller. She the first person interviewed when I did my first book. Like, you're gonna do a lot of this stuff, so get used to it. I'm like, what you talking about, Willis? And every time something within this space, she will always hit me up. Hey, come to this. Check this out. I'm gonna shout both of them. Mom 2, number 3.
Yes.
That's good. What else you got on your list, bro? You said
yeah. We doing good. We got like 6 minutes.
What's your plans for tomorrow?
Ooh. We'll let Kia go. She the lady.
Look at you. You always so kind and gentleman-like. No, we are having brunch. So that's what we're going to do. We're having brunch. Myself and my cousin decided that instead of us going out, we were going to prepare brunch for the moms. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. We're going to go and worship, you know. We got to give Jesus and God some time, right? So they'll be doing that, and then afterwards we'll be having brunch. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm gonna be sounding like Kia here. Well, currently my mom's in senior living because she need the proper care, and so they reached out. You got an RSVP. This would be the second one because we did it last year. So I was there earlier. They're like, "Hey, Mr. Griffith, you coming? You make sure." So it's a brunch as well at 10:30 tomorrow. They call it Pretty in Pink Day is what they call it. Like they got
nice.
Yeah. So they got the whole. Last time it was they had like a nice little spread, and they I was thinking they were just gonna cater to the moms and you had to get up, but they catered to everybody, brought it to the table. Because I was prepared to just have to get up, but they was like, no, sit down. And so it was nice because they brought it was like a pastor there. It was a female pastor and everything that they had there. So I don't know if I'll have double church or just single church tomorrow, but
listen, but church is always in the building. It's always in order. Right.
It could be a little kid up there. I'm taking it in. I'm telling you, they coming out that book, I'm taking it.
Exactly. Long as they coming out the book. Right.
Okay. Well, want to give a shout out to all of the first ladies and pastors of churches that have given knowledge to people in church over the years on how to be better women, better men, and the mothers of churches, the help they've done too. They helped out a lot over the years. Me and my sister had got our mom some flowers, some little baskets, a lot of stuff in it. She got her some food. I had made some pork chops on the stove out of cover oil, not bad, and some baked green beans. Gave her a copy of my book, signed it. I filmed it. I'm put that on my Instagram too, because it's still uploading on Facebook. I don't know why it's taking that long. I'm like, upload. Upload. You're taking all that, really? 25? Okay. It's only like 3 minutes. Okay. Yeah, we did that today because my car in the shop. And then she's going to celebrate her Mother's Day with her kids and husband.
Okay. That's what's up.
Beautiful.
Bro. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everybody got great plans for Mother's Day.
And happy Mother's Day to all the class of 96. We know that the moms and grandmas, all that great stuff.
You had to throw that in there at the end.
I'm seeing those videos
right.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, we know them people. I'm going to see those posts coming in and then taking out for Mother's Day. Show that love too. We're going to do the same for Father's Day. You know, we're going to get that love back. Talk about the real ones out here.
We had to throw that plug in for y'all. We didn't already said it's reciprocated.
Let them have their day.
Let the mothers have the day, okay? I'm a godmama. Let us mothers have our day.
Let them have their day, Jeff.
When June come,
I've been serious for 55 minutes. Like, okay, I gotta be a jerk off just a smidge. I'm too serious right now. I can't take it. It's too much.
Oh, that's funny.
Too much. You got cause of trouble. Make it a little lighter. You start making me feel like I'm Bishop Edwards. Like I ain't no pastor. Leave me alone. You know, like I know I'm okay. I'm gonna do it, but y'all just like, hey, this been a real serious. It's like some pastor stuff we talking. Okay,
you know we go. We you know how we go. We laugh, we get serious, then we laugh again, then we act crazy, then we get serious, and then we come back. That's what we do.
It's like that roller coaster. See the point. You're going up, you're going down, turning around.
Unpredictable. That's why people got to tune in. They never know what they might get. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I'm gonna say
it's the barber shop and the beauty salon. You know, that's how it is.
Right. Ain't got no crown.
That's how it's water. Yeah.
So when I say I'm legally sober. Ain't saying that on that ground, that brown stuff.
You juicing?
Now look at her.
Bet you was gonna do it. It ain't take you long. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm uploaded on Insta.
What you got? Beets and what else?
You know that's beets. I got my beets and apples and carrots.
Oh
yeah, the health. Yeah, I forgot about health.
Little ginger.
What I tell you the last time? ABC juice. Remember I told you the ABC juice.
ABCs. Yeah. That's what I had.
Apple, beets and carrots. Hey Jeff, we gotta get you on it, bro.
Yeah. I mean, part of the juice crew. I see.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit Sonya, tell her to hook you up, send you a care packet, about 8 of them in the mail.
Put a little half a lemon and some ginger in there, baby. That mug is refreshing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
sweet.
So what you doing for health, Ron? She doing the juicing, which is awesome.
It's funny. So we always end with the health part. So earlier today I made oranges, carrots, and ginger.
Mm-hmm.
So that one is good for your hair, nails. Now I don't care about that, and your skin glowing. That's what it's good for. But the main reason I'm drinking that one is because whenever you put carrots in there, it's for your eyes. You know.
That's right.
So that's the real reason it's good for your eyes. I'm taking it for that.
Okay.
So yeah, that juicing is key, man. I got to stop being lazy and do I want to do about 3 days out, and then just have my little lineup. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I spent today. I'm just gonna say I spent today. Because we underestimate how long it takes to prepare, because you gotta clean your veggies, especially the beets, because they come from the dirt. So you gotta clean all of that.
It's true earthy.
Yeah. And so it's the preparation of chopping and then the juicing. And so and then I also had some fresh grapefruit. So I juiced the grapefruit as well. So I got some grapefruit juice.
You ain't playing no games right now.
So and now I can't wait till blocks open up, so then I can go out there to fruit and vegetables in Romulus. So I'll go out there more for your buck, and so and get some things
more for your bag.
Yep, and do that. So
okay. Where did you get your beets at? Like farmers market or somewhere?
Yeah, Randazzo.
Okay.
Don't say it like that.
Randazzo. Yeah.
All right, what you doing?
Because when trying to get fruits and vegetables at a main store.
Oh yeah,
baby.
Oh yeah, you know what you hard. Yeah, they hit you hard.
Yeah. I spent the morning getting my walking in.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. Woke up a little late, called the shop, like, I ain't answering the phone. Get out to the ride. I ain't got no juice, baby. What? Gotta get some gas. Went to the garage, got my little hookup, walked up, stopped by the spot, like, hey, I could call. He like, you called? It looked like I was lying, like Negro I called. Oh, I guess the button that had where you call like phone on there. It's like, oh, that's what y'all be doing. Nah, I know. Okay. They said still bring the car up. Cool. Went got the gas. Did all that. Finally got it together. Went up. Then had to get some money out the ATM. Went back walking. I'm like, man, I'm on a pilgrimage today. Okay, we're gonna get this exercise in. So walking was the word for this morning.
Walking.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the exercise. Hey, get it in. Get them steps in.
Yeah.
I think Sonya was on here talking last time about how many steps she get in a day. So that
yeah, getting it in.
Some steps in.
All right. Yeah. Final words for Mother's Day.
Ladies first. Look, I see Jerome. I already know.
Like, ladies first.
As they say, you what they say, you leading and teaching well. Okay, so catch on. But no, happy Mother's Day to everyone, right? To to all the mothers, to the mother figures, to the aunties as mothers, to the godmothers, to the soon-to-be mothers, to the praying mothers, right? Happy Mother's Day to all. And for those who, it's maybe a hard one, we praying with you, right? That you'll find some peace during this time as well. So happy Mother's Day, y'all.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. And for those who are in the grieving process, the word says, joy cometh in the morning. It may not be this moment, it may not be tomorrow. But if you find yourself in a dark space, a dark place, if you don't know where to go, phone a friend, phone a family member, phone a coworker. There's somebody close in your circle that knows what to do, based on, your insurance and things of that nature, or lack of insurance. Some churches even offer grief counseling and things of that nature. So don't feel like, hey, I don't have insurance, I can't get the help. That's not the case. Sometimes it's just a matter of raising your hand, letting people know you need the help. Earlier, I didn't say this, but I want to give a shout out to my aunt. I won't say her nickname on here. We'll just say Auntie Tony on here. Antoinette Griffith, because after my grandmother passed, she took me in and raised me. So my cousin Marte, like a little sister to me. And so I know they probably got a special day planned tomorrow. So I'll see what they got lined up for and everything up there. But yeah, y'all folks, enjoy your day. Hopefully y'all made reservations because it's going to be rocking at a lot of those restaurants. So if you ain't already did it, it might be a little.
DoorDash, Uber Eats, you got options.
Yeah.
You got options.
Got options.
I just switched it up. If you are having some mental issue with this day, the national number is 988. That'll help you. I'll put that up there on the screen. And any woman that's doing anything motherly that helps nurture someone that needs it, happy Mother's Day, because you need that motherly guidance and you need the other one. So this your day, and definitely want to get your flowers. Definitely come Mother's Day to my mom from my time of storm. She's been helping out a lot. I appreciate it. And you really realize sometimes when you can't call the people, your mom got your back. And trust me, I went from someone that we were beefed out to make sure she's good. So it's possible. If I can do it, you can do it. It might take you some time, though. So definitely, if you're going out and you got reservations, maybe eat a light breakfast because you might be waiting an hour and a half. You know, if you go to church crowd might beat you there. Because you're going to have the ones leaving before the... Man... We ain't leave. We leave. Nah, we didn't wait for them to get off the car. We out now because we trying to get to the spot.
Hey,
excuse me.
Hold on.
Go.
Hey, Jay,
hold up the one finger.
Hey, what about the pastor telling you to hold them doors? What about the pastor talking about hold them doors?
Ain't nowhere in the Bible say do that. You on that foolishness to get out the way. So.
Hey, I tell everybody like, hey, sister so and so, this ain't I ain't trying to take it there, but I got to get up out of here.
Mm-hmm. And enjoy. Don't let it become
crazy.
You freaking out. Man, why not table?
Silence.
It's
I
the
like
day of celebration. Relax. It's a day to celebrate. Take everything that's crazy drivers, anything the devil might throw at you tomorrow to piss you off. Take it all in stride. It's all about giving the flowers to the moms.
Mm-hmm.
The devil's gonna try you, so don't be heated about nothing. It's all about them. Mm-hmm. Be patient, taking the stride, show that love because they've earned it. You're a decent, productive citizen. They did a good job. And you're taking them lesson pass to your kids, and they're gonna take the same. So definitely take the time.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good right there. So yeah, y'all welcome to come out to 1831 Ewald Circle. That's the Hopewell Missionary Baptist Church. But I do pray that my pastor, Pastor KCP II would be short in his message. Amen. Amen. All right.
Oh.
Amen.
See, we see where the faith got that old school of Bishop Butler. Oh, for real? That's what y'all doing? Y'all to go see Avengers Endgame for 4 hours and just wait there for every time. You'll pee on yourself, but you can't hear this word from God. Like, dang, bitch. But they still like, I'm sorry, but
I love
my reservations.
He know we like to get out and go eat too. So we already know. Yeah. So he gonna make sure. I'm claiming it. I love y'all. We gotta
in agreement with you. I don't want her to be doing this. We gotta go. Reservations. We got to go.
Love y'all. Thank y'all. Mother's Day.
We hope y'all enjoy yourself.
Hey, kid, you and your Mom Dukes be good out there tomorrow. You too, Jeff, with Mom Dukes.
Yes. Y'all enjoy Mother's Day.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.
All right.